Today, we're taking a look at the brand new Amaran Pano 120C and 60C. Full disclosure, Amaran has very kindly sent me these units to try out, but as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. So these are two new panel lights from Amaran. The 60C is a 60 watt full color panel light, and the 120C is the 120 watt version. Now this is seriously impressive considering how small and compact the body of each panel is. These have clearly been designed for creators to use on the go, wherever they are. Let's take a look at what actually comes with the kit. I'll be using the 120C version in this example, but the 60C version is essentially the same. First things first, you have the Pano carrying case, which looks great. It's so good they include this, and it makes it so much easier when you want to take these lights on the go. Inside the case, you have the included power supply. This is the AC version, but with the 60C, you have the USB one. You have a small diffuser that can easily be clipped onto the Pano itself. You also have a softbox included, and the control grid as well. One of the most interesting things about this kit is the new Amaran Ace lock. We'll take a bit more of a look at this later, but this makes it so quick and easy to attach the Panos to light stands. And finally, of course, you have the Pano unit itself. What really sets the 60C and 120C apart from their competition is their power output and portability. Let's talk about the size first. These lights are so compact and lightweight. The 60C is roughly the size of a tablet, and the 120C is about the size of a 15-inch laptop. Their form factor makes them so easy to carry around and to set up in places where perhaps you would not be able to fit larger fixtures. Don't let the size fool you though. These panos are surprisingly bright. At 1 meter and set to 6,500 Kelvin, the 60C can reach up to 6,290 lux, and the 120C can go up to 13,490 lux. For a unit of this size, that's really incredible. And with a CCT range of 2,300 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin, you'll have no issues balancing your lighting with any scene. You also have full HSI control. This gives you the opportunity to get really creative with these lights. The control interface on the back of these panos is super intuitive and simple to use. With the push buttons and dial, you have full control over everything you need, and the display is nice and clear. As with other Amaran products, you have the option to control the panos via the Amaran app. I particularly enjoy using this feature as it allows me to control multiple light sources at once. This comes in handy, especially when I'm filming by myself, as it saves me from having to go back and forth and adjust each light individually while I set up a scene. I can dial in my exposure and color settings without even having to move. One of my favorite features of these new panos is the Ace lock system. This is a quick release system that allows you to easily attach and detach the 60C and 120C to light stands. This really speeds up the whole setup process, especially when working on location. The other key feature is that they include USB-C PD technology, which means you can easily plug in power banks and chargers to use these panos wherever you are. This opens up a whole range of options for powering these units while on the go. To give you a practical example of how these lights can be utilized, I've set them up for how I would film my typical standard YouTube talking head A-roll. I'm using the 120C as my main key light, and I've included the softbox and control grid. The softbox does a great job at diffusing the light in a small space such as this, and the control grid helps to keep the light from hitting the background too much. To help me separate myself from the background even more, I'm using the 60C as a hair light. Once I'm in position, I can easily adjust the settings as needed via the Amaran app to get the exact exposure and look I'm going for. As someone who works professionally creating videos for clients, as well as for myself here on social media, I feel like these new panos from Amaran are really crossing that boundary for me. I don't always want to be carrying around my big heavy lights. I would much rather be reaching for something like this. The small form factor and surprising power output makes these lights incredibly useful. Whether I'm filming some content for myself or I need to film a quick corporate talking head interview, I can quickly set these up and I'm good to go. Even if I haven't got access to a plug socket on location, I can run these off a power bank via USB. I think if you're a content creator, these lights are definitely worth considering, especially if perhaps you're filming in smaller places or you like to film on the go a lot. As always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe here or carry on watching one of these videos. I'll see you next time. Take care.